Good evening. I'm Harry Keeling, and on behalf of Alaska Public Media and the Alaskan Aviation Safety Foundation, welcome to Hangar Flying. Our guest this evening is Shelly Hughes, who's in her third year representing the Palmer area. Representative Hughes has lived all over the state, from the southeast to the interior. She's lived in Palmer for 25 years and has 4 children. Like so many Alaskans, Shelly feels a special connection to aircraft and aviation. One of the special reasons she's on our program today is because she has become very involved with unmanned aircraft. She has a very important safety message out there for you parents, children, or adults that may have a model or drone under your Christmas tree. One source says 400,000. Another source says as many as 1 million drones under Christmas trees. That's concerning. That's why Representative Hughes is with us tonight. Shelly, welcome.
Thank you, Harry. I'm happy to be here, and thank you for inviting me.
How did you get interested in drones?
Well, I think all Alaskans realize the importance of aviation in our state, and I've lived in places where I had to rely totally on aviation to get in and out. And as far as drones, a couple years ago, constituents came to me concerned about them as far as Big Brother spying, that kind of thing. A lot of those fears have been relieved. We have passed legislation to ensure that warrants would be required as far as law enforcement use. But I continue to look at it as an opportunity for Alaska if we can figure out how to use this tool wisely and keeping the public safe and keeping privacy protected for Alaskans. And so I have passed legislation to establish a task force that has been looking at the policy for 3 years. And I'm happy to say we're a leader in the state in that regard. And one of our emphasis last year was safety, on how and where it's safe to fly, appropriate use. And this year we've added the privacy concern to that conversation. And here with, like you said, as many as 1 million drones flying off the shelf, and that pun is intended.
Wow. Can we start with the safety piece? You're talking to people all over the state that may have these under the Christmas tree.
Exactly.
Tell them how to fly them or how not to fly them.
I would be happy to do that. First, before I do, I want to point everyone that if you want to see the complete list of guidelines, go to alaskadrones.org. But some of the key ones that before your son or daughter, or maybe even you, get out and use a drone, remember to stay under 400 feet. Don't fly within 5 miles of an airport unless you've contacted the airport and gotten clearance. Don't fly over people. Stay at least 25 feet away from a person or any kind of a property that you could damage. You know, sometimes, Harry, the batteries will go out or the user could accidentally lose control. And we don't want one of those coming down and hurting anyone or anything. And so staying under 400 feet, away from airports, also away from traffic and roadways. A distraction on the roadways could cause an automobile accident. And so we feel it is important for us to be getting the word out now that we're going to have so many new users. And we want folks to have a great time, have fun, enjoy their equipment, but we want them to know how to use it appropriately.
Shelly, thank you for that. That's a very good summary of the things that people need to keep in mind. And it's really not a toy. I mean, it's for your enjoyment, but you can be hurt by it. I mean, the props themselves, if they're hard plastic, a lot of the injuries that drones have caused to people are cuts from the propellers, but like you say, it could fall on a person. That's why you don't fly over people, and all of the other safety precautions. Thank you for sharing that. I want to get you on again, actually on Christmas Day, to reiterate the message, talk a little bit about your legislative task force, but you've got a guideline, a book there that's very, very well done. I want you to show that to our audience.
Yes, and actually this is available through the alaskadrones.org website. And if you go into a retailer that is selling drones, we're also providing these bookmarks with that website for consumers. But you can download this directly at alaskadrones.org. It's a great book with great illustrations, as you can see. Has the guidelines for safety and privacy protection, and also includes some frequently asked questions. One of those questions, can I shoot down a drone? And the answer is no.
No. Thank you. Shelly, thanks for being on the program tonight, and I appreciate the fact that you're going to come back on Christmas and reiterate the message. And we want to talk about two things then, the legislative task force and also the privacy concerns.
Well, thank you, Harry. And I want to mention, too, just like we want to keep people safe on the ground, we want to keep them safe and we don't want a drone hitting manned aircraft with passengers inside as well.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't emphasize or reemphasize that enough. If you fly above 400 feet, or near an airport, you are risking people's lives. If that drone of yours goes in a jet engine, it very well may take it out. If it hits a windshield, it very well may blind the pilot. Please, please be careful. And until next time, tune in, and until next time, fly safe.